Royston Youth Action usually ran around 20 clubs and projects every single week, and we operated 6 days a week from the youthy and also from the community hub. But when lockdown happened, we obviously had to, like everybody else, close our doors and look to work in a different way. So we quickly managed to make up some food parcels. We gave out toiletries, sanitary provisions, and we then came together and worked with all of the other local organisations, all the housing organisations, Rosemount Development Trust, local councillors got involved, and we set up the Royston Coronavirus Response Group. We've been providing hot pack lunches daily, thanks to funding that we secured, and also daily care packages, and we're now moving into bigger weekly care packages. We've been doing a lot of our online activities, daily riddles, different activities, STEM activities. We've been doing weekly phone calls, checking in. We've been inviting some of the young people up here so we can chat to them, catch up with them. And as we move forward now, we're going to look to doing some work in the youthy garden, where we could work with maybe 1 or 2 families at a time, just to ensure that they're all staying connected, and if they don't have a garden space, that they can use the youthy garden.
Royston Youth Action is just one of the organisations who have sort of came together up at the hub in Royston Hill to try and kind of make sure that nobody is missing out, and especially at this time, during these times, the kids and stuff like that as well.
I started my wee business unfortunately 4 weeks before the lockdown, so after that I've now been serving Royston Youth Action kids 50 hot lunches a day for the past 8 weeks. And we've still got funding to continue that for the further 10 weeks, which is really, really good. But we're now in talks with SHARON when things progress that I'll continue to do that when I'm up and running as a cafe again.
I enjoy coming up to the community club because Royston Youth Action provide a lunch for us, and they also give us activity packs so we're not bored in the house, seeing as that's been one of the main problems during lockdown. You run out of things to do.
It's always really important for Royston Youth Action to be there, not just during lockdown. We always classed ourselves as a family. There's been a lot of young people who have left the youthy many years ago but still come back to us, whether that's to volunteer or it's to come and do some workshops with them, or it's just for some extra support. So we would never stop supporting our children, young people, families, especially not in a time like this when they need us. It just wasn't an option for us to shut our door or furlough all our staff and not do anything at all. We just knew we needed to be there for our children and our young people.
Royston Youth Action has been very important during lockdown because they've been a big supporter throughout Royston as a community. They've been offering to help households get messages, pay for electricity, because some people have been thrown out of work during lockdown because of it. They've also been providing activities for young people to do, and also giving them a safe place to go for lunches if they can't provide them. Like people who would get school tickets in school because they don't have money for lunches, they've been providing free lunches for everyone.
Just seeing that from the very, very outset of the coronavirus kind of pandemic, the Royston community really did pull together very, very quickly to respond to the issue that was obviously impending, and absolutely I'm proud of Royston Youth Action and all of the organisations who have sort of came together and created the Royston Coronavirus Response Group, because they have made such a difference to everybody's lives in the local area, and making sure that nobody is obviously going without any food or activities and things like that as well.
My message to the Royston community would be just probably to say a massive thank you. The support from the local community has been great, from people wanting to volunteer, from people doing fundraisers for us, for people donating, for people sharing all our work on social media, for all the lovely kind messages, to our children and young people for still making an effort to come and see us and pick up their daily lunches, join in and our Zoom activities, speak to us on social media, etc. So it's a massive thank you, and we also say a massive well done to absolutely every single organisation who have adapted the way that they're working. and are out there just now just doing amazing things, you know, whether it's a housing association, a charity, and a business, an organisation. A lot of people have came together in their communities, and it's inspiring to see. Really, really proud to be a part of such an amazing community.
It's phenomenal. I mean, words can't express how much this community has really got together, and between donations and making sure folk are all right and just chatting each other's doors and people coming up here, and it's been absolutely phenomenal, and I'm so proud to come through this area at this moment in time. It's absolutely fantastic.
I mean, to the bottom of my heart, certainly, thank you to every single organisation who have came together and responded in such a great way, and making sure that the community hasn't been impacted too badly by this. So a vote of thanks from myself for everybody who has worked together and responded so well during these tough times.
The youthy has been so important during the last 10 weeks because they've been one of the strongest support networks for our community.
If I could say one thing to the staff of Royston Youth Action, it would just be a massive thank you, because they have done so much for everyone in Royston.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi. Thank you, Royston Youth Action. Thank you. Thank you.
Just to give a final message to the people of Royston, the organisations of Royston, a message of thanks or whatever. Sorry, 2 secs.
Help as many as we can in the community.
Imagine for the support. Look at my death.
That would be our message. Sorry, I forgot. Right, let's start again. What was to start off with?
If you could say one thing to the staff at Royston Youth Action, what would it be?
It would just mainly wait.
If you want to say thank you to anyone in particular during all this, who would it be?
Phil. Mary Lynn. Can you hear me?
The youthy's been so important during the last 10 weeks because they've been The youthy's been one of... Why did that word not just come out of my mouth? Rachel, stop laughing at me. Oh, Liam, okay.